Hello, and welcome to episode 24 of Down That Aisle. And I gotta tell you, never in a million years did I think, okay, so here is the second guy who is gonna be featured more than once, but never in a million years did I think it was gonna be this guy, and that's Lex Luger. I mean, I always knew that Lex Luger's 1989 NWA theme was going to be on here because it's a fantastic theme. But as I've been watching Superstars with my son, it came across to me that this theme song was pretty good too. It fit his character. And so we're going with the Narcissist theme. And I want to talk about that theme because I feel that WWF really dropped the ball with Lex Luger because I know they needed a babyface to take on Yoko. They needed that all-American babyface when Hogan left, and they went with Lex Luger, and it was like, okay, the guy, for all intents and purposes, debuted in January at the Royal Rumble as the Narcissist, or as Bobby Heenan called him, Narcissist, and so basically he debuted in January. He was doing the Narcissist gimmick, and then by July 4th, you turn him babyface out of nowhere. He had just been doing heel work prior to that on Superstars and stuff, and then so it wasn't like they teased it. This babyface turn came out of nowhere, and I remember when the helicopter was flying for that Stars and Stripes challenge to slam Yoko, I thought it was Hogan, because at the time I didn't know Hogan had left. So it almost felt like, okay, here comes Hulk Hogan. And then Lex Luger comes out, and it's like, what? Wait a minute. I'm supposed to cheer for him? He's a bad guy. And so and that was the end of the Narcissist gimmick. And so now backtracking a little bit, the Narcissist gimmick was perfect for Lex Luger because so many people said that was him. That was that wasn't a gimmick. That was how he really was. And the theme song it fit so perfectly. It was almost like he was a new version, kind of a mix between the model Rick Martel and Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. And I mean, a lot of people might remember that song was I think it was on the commercials for TWA Airlines, but really just that slow intro, and then when the music hit, I mean, Jim Johnston hit. I'm pretty sure it was Jim Johnston. It might have been Jimmy Hart, but they really hit a home run with this theme for that character. It was awesome to always watch him in front of the mirror, and I really just feel like had they gone with this character, he could have been a top heel in the company by year's end. It just was so weird that they let's just drop it and do the All-American guy right away, and it didn't do him really any favors to switch the gimmick. Again, this theme song also, I hear this theme song and I think of Royal Rumble for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. This was a good one on there too. I think maybe the most memorable thing about this theme was really when he had his match against Mr. Perfect at WrestleMania and beat him, because other than that, I mean, again, the gimmick was really short-lived. It only was around for about six months. So, yeah, you didn't really have time to love the theme. Well, you did have time to love the theme, but you didn't have. It just was gone, and it was unfortunate because I really feel like this gimmick could have went much further. So, yeah. So I wanted to touch on it, give this theme some love, give the Narcissist some love, or again, as Bobby Heenan would say, Narcissus. Now, another thing that happened was, during the Royal Rumble when the Narcissist debuted and he was doing the poses and all that, they used this theme, but at the very end, he used another song for the pose off. But I mean, that pose off was so great. mainly because of Bobby Heenan. Look at the deltoids. Look at that. Oh my God. Show him, Lex. Show him. Just the way Bobby Heenan. I mean, when they did the WBF, they needed Bobby Heenan because the enthusiasm. Look at how he shake. Look at the veins. He was so good, and it was really a good package for Lex Luger. I think that they should have probably kept Bobby Heenan with Lex Luger the entire time, because once you took Bobby Heenan away from Lex Luger was boring. So, yeah, I wanted to touch on the Narcissist. All right, thanks a lot.